Hello, my insane. This is Sickly Vindictum. Now, don't worry, I'm not gonna get pissy or angry. That one video I did was a one-off. It won't happen again, probably. Today, I do want to talk about a very serious issue, though, within the alien community. Something happened that I really wasn't anticipating, although I should have seen it coming. There has been a gross misconception and major disconnect between the fan base, like within the fan base. Alien Blackout was revealed, and the majority, I would say, especially considering looking at the like and dislike ratio of both the trailers that Go D3 posted. They posted two of the same trailer. I don't know why, but the majority of the Alien fan base was outraged, up in arms, very angry, very pissed off, and rightfully so. However, there is a small amount of fans in the alien community that have kind of looked at this from a very, I would say, not only a judgmental standpoint, but also a very out of touch standpoint. And I'm going to go into detail to why. The whole question of why are fans outraged? Now, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, the fans are just being entitled. They're just entitled, hateful, angry people who are mad because they didn't get Alien Isolation 2. And the answer to that is no. That is not why people are upset. And I'm going to explain why. I will. First of all, I do want to address one thing. Well, but before I explain the reason why people are upset, I have to explain the reason why it's not because we didn't get Alien Isolation 2. Personally, the majority of people who loved Alien Isolation 2 did want a sequel, obviously. It's an amazing game. But we didn't think we were going to get it. We were told that it didn't sell enough. There was really no demand for it. And those reasons we didn't really quite like, but we understood them. Myself included. I really wanted an Alien Isolation sequel, but I knew it wasn't going to happen, and I was fine with that. It became a point of, yes, I'd still like it to happen, but I'm not holding my breath. Now, I am part of an alien group on Facebook. I'm not going to say the name of the group, because I'm not going to out anyone. You'll see why in a second. I actually had the pleasure of getting to talk with a lot of different people. Some of these encounters were very pleasant. Some of them were not, and some of them were just baffling to me. And one of the people I got to talk to is actually a YouTuber, a very popular one. He has nearly 200,000 subscribers. And I'm not going to be revealing his name because, to be honest with you, I have mad respect for the guy. I really do. I like his videos. I'm not going to make this seem like a feud. He will remain nameless, and I just want him to remain ambiguous. Now, I do fundamentally disagree with his stance on this completely. So I do want to read to you one of his comments. Now, first of all, to give you a little context, he's responding to a post that I made. I put a screenshot of my Twitter, my tweet I made. And I basically, my exact words were at Alien Anthology and 20th Century Fox. I said, and I quote, "You guys really know how to tell your fans to go fuck themselves. I mean, the sheer raw talent of pissing on the Alien fan base is remarkable, really, unmatched." Now, in this, there's a hint of sarcasm there. And I wasn't angry when I wrote this tweet. I wasn't hateful. I wasn't vengeful. I was just stating facts. This was in response to Fox saying that no Alien Isolation 2 plans were in the making, or even planned. Now, I know what you're going to say. That proves that you're mad because Alien Isolation 2 isn't happening. No, that's not why we're upset. Hold with me. I'll explain it all because there has been a gross confusion, and I'm just trying to get it settled. Now, this YouTuber, who, like I said, remain unnamed, he commented on my post, and he said this. I'm going to repeat to you everything he said, and I'm going to break it down and explain to you where I disagree and why. He said, "So much hatred and anger from that guy," referring to me, of course. Now, as far as hatred and anger, again, dude, I wasn't being angry. There was no hatred in my soul. I do not understand why calling out corporate greed and the perversion of the source material for the sake of getting an extra dime or no cent. Calling out that garbage is somehow being hateful and angry. I don't really understand that. So we'll continue on. He continues, he says, I think he needs a big hug. Sorry, I think he needs a hug. I kind of do. I like hugs, so it's alright. Alien Blackout is its own game for mobile gamers. The rest of us are getting another Alien game. This is true. Maybe the sequel to Alien Isolation will come in the future. This is also true. It is possible. It was mentioned in the news that they are expanding on the Alien franchise. Also true. What he's saying are facts. Okay, so you didn't get your Alien Isolation 2 game when you were expecting. Boo-hoo, don't cry about it. See, this is where he loses me. Now, to explain that, I will now tell you why Alien fans are upset. And it's not the reason this dude explains. It's not because we didn't get an Alien Isolation 2 game and it's boo-hoo, don't cry. And in fact, I was kind of disappointed to read this. Because like I said, I got mad respect for the guy. He makes good content. But to hear him or read him say this, take this kind of stance, first of all, he tried to insinuate that I was full of hatred and anger, which kind of made me feel like he was just trying to brush me off. Like, that just seemed like a kind of BS way, like, oh, he's just an angry fanboy. But anyway, the reason why Alien Isolation fans in particular, are upset is not because we didn't get an Alien Isolation 2 sequel. If that was the case, where was the outrage before Blackout? Where was it? There was no outrage, because the majority of fans accepted the fact that we weren't going to get a sequel as of this moment. There was no outrage. There was no demand. There was no anger at all. When Blackout came, it was very clear this was a sequel to Alien Isolation. Now, you can say it's not a sequel. Even Fox's, I think, has come out and said it's not a sequel. Listen, call it what you will. It's a sequel. It has the same art style. It has the same models from Alien Isolation. It has the same sound bits from Alien Isolation. The reason why Alien Isolation fans are pissed off at Blackout is because here it is. This is the game that we were told wasn't in demand. We were told it didn't turn enough profit, that it just wasn't able to be made and please the company with money, honestly. That's why Alien Isolation 2 never happened, was the low sales, despite it being a masterpiece of a game. Being told this and accepting, like, oh, you're right, I understand that, I get it. You're not gonna dabble in Alien Isolation. There's no demand for it. I get it. And then Blackout comes out, and there it is, staring at us in the face. Here's a reminder. Okay, this is the game that they said that there was no demand for, that they weren't gonna invest in it at this current moment. And yet they are perfectly fine and perverting the gorgeous not mechanics, but the gorgeous aesthetic of it, the vibe of Alien Isolation, just to make an easy mobile game. It showed no respect for their IP. It showed no respect for the game itself. And it showed no respect for us. Because it was like, well, you know what? Maybe they should be happy. It was like a little pat on the head, saying, hey, here's your sequel. Enjoy it. The whole notion that people are pissed off because we didn't get the Alien. Let me read this YouTuber's comment again. You didn't get your Alien Isolation 2 game when you were expecting. Boo-hoo. Don't cry about it. Dude, that's totally not the reason. We weren't expecting an Alien Isolation 2 game. None of us were. That's the point. I can't think of a single person I've talked to that was actually expecting it. We are upset that there's this mobile game that is trying so hard, that Blackout is trying so hard to bank and milk the popularity and success of Alien Isolation, and try to lure people in who loved Alien Isolation for this FNAF ripoff. One of our favorite games of all time is being used as nothing more than a cash grab. That is where the outrage comes from. It's not because we didn't get a game we wanted. In fact, saying that is becoming part of the problem. You dismiss the real facts, and you just want to brush us off. That's what this dude is doing. He's trying to brush off the facts. And again, I'm going to repeat, I'm not trying to start a feud with this dude. If he happens to watch this video, which I hardly doubt, I'm not trying to start a feud with him. Highly respect the dude. He's got more subs than I probably ever will. He's got 180,000 subs. I've got 77. Okay? Mad respect for him. But he's wrong. And the display that he shows is actually quite common. Well, not really quite common. It's a very small population, but it's still large enough where they're very vocal. I want to continue reading his comment, though. I'll continue. Okay, so you didn't get your Alien Isolation 2 game when you were expecting. Boo-hoo, don't cry about it. I've been waiting 9 years for a new Alien vs. Predator game on PC, and you don't see me crying like that, dude. Again, we're not crying because we didn't get a game we wanted. We're not even crying. I haven't cried a single tear. Alright? Let me see, where was I? The Alien Blackout is also an entirely different situation than Diablo Immortal. So don't even compare it. The funny thing is, he told me not to compare it, but I never brought up Diablo. I just realized that. I never once mentioned Diablo. I'd never tried to compare it either. This guy is, not only is he brushing me off, he's insinuating that I'm nothing more than an angry fanboy with hatred, and now he's insinuating that I'm trying to compare two situations when I never mentioned Diablo. I never realized that until now. There's a lot of things wrong with this dude's comment. A lot of people have this sense of entitlement for some reason. It's ridiculous how angry and childish these hate comments get. It's got to be the chemicals in the water. It's even affecting the frogs. Wow. I forgot. I didn't even read this last part. It's ridiculous how angry and childish these hate comments get. Dude, I'm glad he doesn't act like this in his videos, because his sub count probably go down really low. Wow, it's ridiculous how angry and childish these hate comments. What hate comments, dude? What hate comments? There's no hate comments. The thing is, a lot of people saying it's gone too far. The fans backlash. They've been complaining too much. How? Everyone I've seen has not attacked anyone. They haven't gotten violent. They are merely being vocal about their distaste for how Fox, and some people say Disney, how whoever's in charge of this, how they handled it, how the Alien Isolation game is being treated, how its models are being treated, how its entire soul, its personality is being treated right now. There's no hate comments. There's no anger whatsoever. I do want to read another comment from another member who's not a YouTuber, just, a regular Joe like me. Well, I'm a YouTuber, but not that big. I'm just a regular Joe still. Let me find his comment. And I'm going to wrap this video up for you guys. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm not going to name him either. Like I said, I don't want to start feuds. I'm not trying to call people out. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm only going to read a little bit of his. He says, just because there isn't a follow-up to Isolation, I'm sorry, but the volume of anger, here we go again, the anger towards Fox based on this is silly as hell. Not to mention completely unwarranted. Again, disagree completely. First of all, he brings up anger. This seems to be the real trigger word for this particular viewpoint. The angry fans are full of hatred. They're entitled. Again, the reason why people are so upset, I'm getting into the video right here. The reason why people are so upset is not because we didn't get Alien Isolation 2. We never expected to get it. No one did. We had hoped. No one literally thought, I knew this was going to happen. No one did. The reason why is because that same game we were told wasn't coming, and we were given logical reasons why it wasn't coming. And then we get handed this piece of crap mobile game that, like I said, is trying so hard to bank on that success, to bank on that popularity, to hook, line, and sinker all the fans of Isolation with this Five Nights at Freddy's lazy excuse for a game. This is the legacy of Alien Isolation. That's why fans are upset. I had to make this video because it got to the point where I just could not believe my eyes. I kept seeing the own fan base just eating itself up, attacking people who are merely speaking out against what Fox is doing, who basically say, we don't like this. We don't like what you're doing. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to say, we don't like this, we don't like what you're doing? Is it so wrong to voice your distaste? What, should you just be quiet? Is that what they want? Is that what this YouTuber wants people to do? Well, we're not allowed to say when we don't like something? In closing, this is the reason why people are upset. It's not because we didn't get an Alien Isolation sequel. What needs to happen is the people out there, if you're watching this, if you don't like the fact that people are getting so upset, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do. If you're not upset by it, that's perfectly fine, but you cannot stop people from getting upset. People have a reason to get upset by this. I've already explained to you why. And I hope I've cleared up a lot of confusion, because it's getting insane. It really is just getting insane. It's ridiculous. And what also needs to happen is you guys have got to stop brushing off these fans as just angry people, entitled people. It doesn't help. It does not help at all. And it's the wrong thing to do, honestly. From a moral standpoint, especially, it's just wrong to do. And for those of you who are watching this, if you're like me and you're not happy with what happened and you've been voicing your opinions about it, if you've been saying, look, I don't like this, I don't like what's happening, as long as you are doing this in a respectable manner, you aren't hurting anyone, you're not harassing anyone, and you're just voicing your opinions, you have every right to do so. Don't listen to the other fans telling you that you need to shut the hell up. Don't listen to the people like this YouTuber guy, all right? You have every right to voice when you are not happy. You have every right. Every right whatsoever. And if you ever feel like you're alone, if you ever feel like you don't have a right, like you're in the wrong for standing up and saying, no, we don't like this, I want you to go to the trailer for Blackout. I want you to look at how many likes it has, and then look at how many dislikes it has. You are not alone. I hope I helped you. For those of you who were confused, and for those of you who were convinced that it's because of hateful, angry fans who didn't get Alien Isolation 2, I hope I've cleared things up for you. I realize a lot of you are probably going to watch my video and be like, whatever. You're still going to probably think the same thing, but it's not more I can do to help you. And for those of you who have been struggling with trying to figure out why exactly we are being forced to be silent during this fiasco, I hope I've helped you get a little more faith in your cause. Look, it's not like we're asking people to tear down Fox and burn people. It's not that serious. It really isn't. All we're doing is just saying we don't like it. We're voicing our displeasure. We're saying why we don't like it, and we're being told to shut the hell up by our own community. It's just ridiculous. In the meantime, guys, keep the coffee hot. As always, finish the fight. Make sure you give them hell, Chel. See you guys in the next one.